see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss about strategic job search during COVID times. Okay, strategic job or internship search during COVID times. Kindly, please keep yourself on mute mode. So much noise is coming from back end. Please keep yourself on mute mode, please. If you will not mute yourself, things will not go right. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about strategic job search in COVID times. Okay, it means how we can search for the jobs or the internship opportunities for us in this COVID time. Okay, so now the things have been changed. It is not like earlier one that we can apply anywhere and we can get the job, or we can call to any company's HR and we can get the job, because many of the company HR are working from their home. Okay, so many of the landline number have been dysfunctional. If you will call to anybody, they will not reply to your calls. Okay. Preetham, mute yourself, please. So much noise is coming from back end.
Sir, this
Yes,
is Kajal
please.
here. Yes, so sir, you are the host. You can mute everyone.
I'm trying to mute, but they are again making themselves unmute. I'm trying to mute them, but still they are trying to mute or unmute.
Okay, okay.
I'm muting them, but still they are doing themselves unmute.
That
So
means
now,
somebody is deliberately want to disturb.
so now we are going to start the things. Okay. So now the things have been changed. So let's move ahead with this. Number one, get comfortable in networking online. Okay, the moment we were into physical mode, what we were doing, we were having relationship with the peoples or friendship with HRs, not exactly the friendship, but we were making relation with the company HRs. Okay, but now when the things have been gone completely online, now it's time that we get comfortable in networking online. Now how online networking can be done? Okay, it can be done through some of the channels. It would be your social media. Okay, it would be your personal contacts with the people. You can talk to them over some of your WhatsApp or like some other grounds or the platforms. Like when the pandemic started, at that time, what was the situation? Events were being cancelled for a while. Okay, so you were in need to find a new networking strategy. Seek it out like minded professionals online and ask about the virtual events. We will need to ask about the virtual events, because most of the events what were to be conducted in physical mode have been cancelled. Because earlier what was happening, if we were going to any conference, meeting or seminar or any other kind of event we were going earlier, so we can do networking over there. But now the things have gone virtual means the events have started to be virtual. Now what is being, now we have to do online networking with peoples. Now we cannot meet them in physical mode, so what is happening, we need to search them over some of the LinkedIn profiles, or some of the other, some people can find some people over the Facebook also, and some other platforms also. Okay, so look for the professional group to join on Facebook. There are so many professional groups on the Facebook where you can join. You can join also on the LinkedIn. Okay, both platforms offer wide range of options with groups for every profession. Okay, it's not like there are groups for single profession. There are different groups for the data science analysts. There are different groups for the managerial jobs. There are different groups for some technical, semi-technical, or all kind of jobs group are there. Okay, for instance, if you are looking for a job in marketing, you could join LinkedIn's global marketing and communication professional group. Okay, for example, what is here? If you are looking for a marketing job, then you can join global marketing and communication professional group. Okay, then is join the conversation, post and comment, make yourself visible. Now if you have joined any group, so joining the group is not making any sense. So what you need to do in that case is you need to make yourself up, or you need to make yourself visible by posting some of the relevant articles, relevant material over there, so that other people also can look into that. Okay, probably it would be any company's HR or some other person, okay, who can see your posts and he can be impressed by it, and maybe he would call you for the further job. Whereas it was not in the earlier times. It was, but it was very least in the earlier times, but now its scope have been very much higher now. Okay, like just be sure to keep the conversation professional. Always try to keep the conversation professional with the peoples. Okay, so posting relevant articles and claiming on the topics that allow you to demonstrate your experience. So what you need to do is you need to post some articles or jammings on the topics that allow you to demonstrate your expertise. Means if you are posting something over there, then it should be relative to your profile. It should not be irrelevant, or it should not be other than your profile. Okay, now next comes know your knowledge. Okay, know your knowledge or know your value. Here the point is ki how much worth you are. You need to know that also, ki how much worth you are, what is your worth in the market. Craft some clear languages explaining who you are and what you are best at. Means here you need to know about yourself, that at what you are very good and what you are exactly. Okay, and rehearse in front of a mirror. You can, what you can do is you can rehearse that I'm this, I can do this, my key skills are this, my this is this. Okay, I recommend you filming yourself. Means make video of yourself and watch the videos to identify possible areas of improvement. Once you make any video, you can watch that video later on, and you can find out about yourself that what exactly you are and where you are lacking and where you are good on. Okay, do this as often, you can do it as often as you can before showing up to an interview. Okay, ideally until it is feels comfortable and easy. You can do as many times up till you are not feeling comfortable in doing it very easily. Okay, note that you also may have want to shift this elevator speech a big depending on the opportunity. You can change your speeches according to opportunities. Like I told my in my previous webinar or session also, like if you are a person who is looking for the job in the marketing profile, then it is mandatory that you make, or you tell your key skills in the way it is required by the interviewer. If you are going for a marketing job, then you should say that I am good on networking with the people. I like to do searching over the social medias. I like to travel. I like to travel here and there. Okay, so next is remember you have worked hard to get where you are in your career. Wherever you are now, you have done very work hard for it. Okay, you have put in the time and efforts. You have learned things along the way and applied these lessons to become even better at what you do. Okay, next is now it's time to start believing in yourself. Here what you need to do is you need to start to believe in yourself that I'm this, and that also strongly, and know how to speak confidently about what you can bring to the table. Okay, in this the point comes to know your worth, know your value, what exactly you are, whatever you have done. Like say for example, if you are not a experienced guy, okay, or you are not having experience, then also you must have learned so many skills, so many knowledge you would have gathered from studying at your graduation or post graduation level. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to know your that worth, that I am worth this. Treat your job search like a job. Okay, the moment you are not big. Say for example, many people have lost their job because of this pandemic. In such a case, what can be done by you is you can treat your job search like a job. It means when you are searching for a job, it should not be like a 9 to 5 job. You can search a job like you are doing a job to search a job. Okay, I hope all of you would have understand. Like finding a new gig is no walk in the park. If you are going to find a new job, then it's not a as easy work as walking in the park. Whether you like it or not, you need to dedicate significant time. You have to give a proper time to it, efforts and diligence to your search. Okay. In fact, treat it like a full-time job. When you are searching for a job, treat it like a full-time job, especially if you are currently unemployed. Guys, situation changes in many cases. Okay. So for example, if you are in a job, then you can search your job side by side, and you do not have more priorities that you have to search it right away. But if in the cases, what happens, if you are unemployed, then you need to do work hard to find your job, like doing a job. No, you don't have to work 9 to 5. Yes, in fact you can, and you should prioritize working during hours you operate at your best. Okay, what you can do is, while finding a job, you can work to find a job at as per your convenience, that you can work for finding a job, or you can explore some of the portals, be it job portal, be it Naukri or some other portals. Okay, to find a job, maybe in night, maybe in the early morning, or maybe in the daytime, whenever you wish you can do it. Okay, then, but you should be investing a lot of time and energy towards it. You have to invest a lot of time and energy to get your job. If you are still employed, say for example you are employed and you are working somewhere and you are looking for a job, what you can do is you can think of your search as more of a side hustle. Like I told you, you can do it side by side. You can't treat it like a full-time job, because if you will treat it like a full-time job, then you will lack in another the work. Say for example you are working for any employer, then you will not be able to give your 100% to that job, and maybe you will not find a job, but you would be fired. Okay, what can be, you would be fired and you will not get a job in that case. Next is, consider how urgently you are in search of. Okay. Say for example, if you are currently employed, think about how to make your job more palatable. If you are employed, then it's most important that how you can get a job as early as possible. If you are not employed, if you are not employed, don't think of your next job as a perfect job. What happens, guys, many people, when they are not working, okay, when they are not working or they have lost their job, what they do, whatever they are going to get, they get grab that. Okay, say for example there is anybody who is a data science engineer and he gets a job into Excel, then he grabs that. And what happens in some cases, if says someone says ki I'm a data science engineer and I'm looking for a job in data science itself, but guys, to at least earn your bread and butter, so that you can have bread or food in your plate in the evening and morning, you must have to do something. So when you are unemployed, you must find a job as early as possible. It may be in any domain. What later on you can do is you can find any another job. So if you are unemployed, don't think of your next job as a perfect job. It might be short term. Short term means the same again. You can leave this job after some time. While many industries have and will continue to be hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, other are still hiring. Many industries are very hardly, very hard impacted by this COVID pandemic, but some other are there who are still looking for candidates. If you are unemployed and need a stopgap, consider looking there or wherever else you can find an opportunity to make sense for you. So wherever you got an opportunity, kindly find a job and start to work over there. You should not think about your domain, that this is my domain and I have to work in this domain only. But I never say and I never suggest that you do it for the full time. What you can do is you can do it for some time only. And you can find an opportunity that if you are unemployed and need a stopgap, looking for there, here you can find the opportunity that makes sense for you and pay the rent and put food on table in the meantime. That is the same point. Focus on your confidence and mindset. When you are looking for a job, what you should do is you should focus on your confidence, that how much confidence you are or you are having, and what is your mindset. Now here are two things, okay? Confidence and mindset. Confidence and mindset both correlated very well, okay? Because both of these things are absolutely critical throughout this entire experience. Okay, while appearing in an interview, have in confidence while answering the interviewer questions. When you are appearing in an interview, if you have confidence, then it do seems in any interview or interviewer can find it very easily. The first and foremost job, your job search, okay, especially during pandemic, will probably be fraught with rejection. If you are searching for a job in the pandemic, then maybe you will be rejected many times by many employers, okay? But you should not be demotivated, or you should not lose your confidence that I'm not going to get a job. But what you can do is you can start to find other job if you are being rejected in one. Okay, this is not a bad thing. To be rejected is not a bad thing, but view these rejections as a gift. When you are searching for a job, then what you can do is the the rejections what you are facing can be considered as a gift, because there are the signs that it was not the right fit for you or the right timing. When you are searching for a job or when you are being rejected, then you can consider that this was not a right fit, or this was not the right time to get a job. People want to hire and work with others who are positive and enthusiastic. Okay, guys, either it's me or you or anybody, everybody wants to be with that person who are positive and who do have enthusiasm. Okay, be it either their studies, be it either their employment or work. Okay, so always have a positive attitude and be enthusiastic towards your work, and also positive. You should be always optimistic, especially during these challenging times. Of course, pretending don't work. Okay, don't try faking it until you make it, and you won't make it. This is must from a fully authentic place. Hold for a while please, system is being hanged. Now next point comes, stay in touch with the recruiters. Now what do we mean here by stay in touch with the recruiters? Maybe you recently had a promoting interview and a job offer seemed to be on the horizon. Okay, say for example, you have given an interview before this pandemic or during this pandemic itself. Okay, and maybe you were about to get that job, but due to some reason the company, HR would have hired someone else or would have put that position on hold. Okay, in that case what you need to do is you can be in touch with the company HR, so that whenever the opening, either another opening is coming, or the person who have been hired recently is going after leaving the job. Okay, in that case what you can be, you can get that job very easily sometimes. Okay, so what you need to do is, but now the company has moved to remote work. Initially when you were about to get the job, after that pandemic came and company has moved to remote work, because the most of the people are working in IT companies, people are working from home. But in the industry means, I means, the manufacturing firms are working from office itself or from the their premises. But there also some problems have come. The managerial people are working from their home, and the persons who are really in need to work from the office or work from the plant are coming to the plants. So you haven't heard from the hiring manager. What you should do, check in the with the hiring managers by the mail. When you did not get the offer, when you give an interview, then what you can do is you can check in with the hiring manager that I'm looking for this job, or what happened to my interview, whether I'm rejected or selected, or someone else have been hired. In that case, you can do it. Okay, acknowledge that they might be scrambling to help their employees get used to the new setup. Okay, for instance, your mail could say, what you can say in mail is, I'm looking forward to learning more when it makes sense for your organization. Okay, so what this conveys is, this conveys that this is an extraordinary circumstance, and acknowledges that this isn't the AG for people. Okay, next comes to make sure you also demonstrate a thoughtful attitude when you are in touch with any company HR, or you want to make relation with any company HR. Okay, what you should do is, you should demonstrate that you have a thoughtful attitude rather than asking them to help you. You would have listen a proverb: if you will go and beg something from anybody, nobody will give you anything. But if you tell to anybody that I can help you out in this way, then definitely he would be looking for your help. Now, so always try not to look for a help from any company HR or anybody. Okay, but try to say that I want to help you. Okay, so rather than asking them to help you, ask if there is anything you can assist them with. Okay, your email case can simply say, I wanted to reach out to see if there is anything I can do for you. This is the best way. Okay, this is the best way to say anything about your wordings. Okay, now here comes, if you have a specific skill. Okay, if you have a specific skill, a hiring manager might be able to tap into. If you have some specific skill, okay, your hiring manager would be tapped by into that. Mention it. You might say, given that I have lead virtual teams now, because the time have come to virtual mode. Okay, so what you can say is, I have learned, or I have lead the virtual teams, I have done work with the virtual teams, and I might have some ideas to share on how to keep your employees feeling connected when they are not in the office. This is very good skill, or this is very good skill at the time of pandemic, because when most of the people are working from remote or from their home, at that time, if you will say that I have experience of leading virtual teams, okay, in that case your candidature would be having very much weightage. Okay, that yeah, this is the person who can help us out. Now, gather information about the company. If you are going to give any interview in any company, okay, then do research about that company. The COVID-19 crisis can provide a unique glimpse into the company culture. What happens when the COVID has come, or has affected many companies? Now there would have been some cultural change in the companies. Take note of how leadership deals with the emergency. This was a kind of emergency again. Now you can note, this is not a one stage process, but what you can do is, this such kind of things are done when you're looking for a job change, or you're looking for a job in company of your interest, or you're willing to work in any company. Then you should gather sufficient data on that company, or sufficient intelligence about that company, that how that company behaves in different situations. Like this pandemic is there now, how the leadership of the company deals with the emergencies, and how they treats their employees. Now, what do we mean by treating the employees here is, many of the companies during pandemic, what have done, they have said to their employee that they cannot afford you anymore, and they have make many people out of their companies. But on the same time, there are many companies who have paid full salaries to their employees in this pandemic also. And many companies are there who have paid 50% salary to their employees, and many companies are there who could not pay even a single penny. So this is the most important aspect, that you gather some intelligence about the company. Okay, and is the company allowing employees to work from home? Many companies, you would have seen that they have allowed many employees to work from their comfort of their home, and many companies have supporting their workers in the other creative ways, and some of the companies have laid off. So these are the all points what we discussed earlier also. Next, set up Google alerts for the companies you want to work for. Like I told, If you are willing to, or you have somewhere in your mind that I want to work for that company, in that case what you can do is you can set up some Google alerts, that is I want to work in this company, so that you can get information about that company later on also, that yeah, I want to work in this company and this is the good company or bad company, so that you keep on getting some alerts about that company, that this company is doing this and doing this and this. Okay, listen to investors calls. What the company's investor do say, you can listen to those investors calls also. When you do have a chance to interview, you will be able to demonstrate that you understand the concerns, leadership, and the threats the company faces from this pandemic. Okay, when you will keep a eye on any company, that what exactly they are doing and what they are not doing, in that case it will help you, it will help you very much. Okay, because if you will have already intelligence about that company, then if in case you are going to appear in any interview of any company, then what it will help you. See, for example, company manager do ask you that what are our weaknesses. If you will have intelligence data about the company, then you can tell to the interviewer that, sir, these are the weaknesses of your company, or these are the points where, or these are the areas where you do need improvements. Okay, so if you will say only this word to any company or company HR, definitely he will be very much impressed from you. Okay, and not only you are not you are not expected to only tell about the problem, where does that problem exist, but what you can do is you can tell them a solution also, that this is the solution to the problem what you are facing right now. Okay, and you can mention what you read and listened, and to use your specific knowledge and drive home how you could help the company achieve its goal if hired. The same point what I told you. Ramesh Chandra Das, kindly mute yourself. Now, job seekers job seekers often jump at the first available opportunity or go into their search without fully considering what they want to do next. So this point is like, use the time to reflect. When you are not in job or you are looking for a job, in that case what you should do is, guys, you should always think, or you should always explore the opportunities what are available for you, and then you should think about them, or you should do R&D or research about them, that what is good for you and what is not good for you, and whether you should opt for any opportunity or not. Because in this pandemic also, say for example, if you are hired by a company for some time and they says ki Mr. This or Miss This, we will give you 50% salary till the pandemic time, and after that we will give you 100% salary. I have seen many such cases because I am in touch of many companies and the corporate. So many people during this pandemic have hired employees saying that we will give you right now this salary. Say for example, 50%, 60% or 40%, and later on when the situation will be normal, then we will give you 100% salary. But what such companies have done, what I have seen in many companies at this time, that for some time, say for example, now it has been around 9 months since the pandemic is going on, 8 to 9 months since the pandemic is going on. Many people have hired some peoples, and they were giving them 50% salary and were getting 100% things or 100% work done by them from comfort of their home, and people were happy also while doing that because they were not employed somewhere else. Okay, so it create a problem. Now later on when the things have started to come on the route, or have started to improve, now they people are firing those peoples and hiring new ones, or they are calling back the persons who were already there in with them and who have been laid off earlier. So they were taking advantage of these things. Okay, so now take advantage of the slowing job market by getting clarity about where you want to work and the type of role and title you are seeking for. So use the time to reflect. This is the point here. Okay. Next is create a one-page document that lists your target industry, Okay, when you are going to apply for any job, then what you can do is you can make a page and you can write the industries where you would like to work in. Okay, and the companies you want to work in, the job titles you want to work in, and anything particular you are looking for. And when the market is slow, then we do have some time that yes, I can look for this kind of job. And what you can do is you can strengthen some of your skills also. You can pay heat to your skills, that this is the skills what I should improve upon. Ramesh Chandra Das, kindly mute yourself. Ramesh, please mute yourself. So much voice is coming from your side. Okay, so it goes without saying that you should apply to every posting you see. Okay, that hits some of or of your criteria, but beyond job openings. Okay, you can also focus on which companies you want to work for and who you can reach out at those companies. The company might not have an open role yet, but you can use your network to help you start making connection now. It says that there would be any company, or okay, or you can, what you can do, you can list down the list of companies that these are the companies I want to apply in. Okay, but maybe you do not get opportunity in that company. Maybe right now there is not any opening in that company, but later on it would come. So in such a case, what you can do is you can develop your network in those companies.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
So we are unable to hear your voice. Kindly unmute.
Hello.
Sir, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. So guys, what I'm saying, this meeting will be over in 1 minute. Okay. So what you can do is first question and answer session, you can join again. And some of the part of this
Okay.
presentation is also remaining. So we will, all of you can join again with the same link on the same, So job search websites, what you can do is you can visit job search websites from where you can find some jobs, and you can also click on apply now buttons of the companies on the company website where you can fill up your application form. Next is this, prepare well for the interview. Now we will discuss about it in next session. Within 2 minutes you will start another session because this time is getting up. Now let's continue till the time this is going on. Once you have managed to land an interview, now what we were discussing till now, we were discussing about getting. Okay, so let's proceed ahead with the session now. There was remaining two minutes times PPT over there, so let's continue with that first. Yes, it is about prepare well for the interview. Now till now what we were discussing that how to get an interview call, or how to prepare for the, or how to make or develop relation with the company HRs, and what you need to do before going for an interview. Now it's all about how to do well preparation for the interview. Once you have managed to land in an interview, okay, here are few things you should keep in your mind as you prepare for the interview. Number one is you should do your research. Okay, make sure you have understand everything possibly can about the company you are applying for. So you should do research about the company, read about them on their website, read about the company website on their website itself, company itself on their website, visit their social media pages, check out other media coverages, whatever you can do, and learn about top management. Learn about the top management of the company, that is MDs, directors, and the owner of the company. You must know the job description for your interest profile, the profile for what you are applying to, or you are going to apply. You must know very well that what your role will be over there. It's not be like if you went for an interview and you don't know about your exact role, what you are going to play with them, or what you are going to do with the company. And dive deep into the description and makes your skills and background make you eligible for the job in the first place. Conduct a mock interview. When you are going for an interview, before going in for an interview, conduct mock interviews. You can take help of your friends, your family members, who can work like a, or who can play role of a recruiter, and they can ask you the questions in the same way what you would face in the interview. Okay, and some of the technical interview you can explore from online from the Google for the job profile related to a job profile. Say for example you are going to appear for an interview for the data science profile, then what you can do is you can search for some of the questions, or the some of the interview questions from the Google, that what these are, and then you can ask your friend or relative to ask those questions to you, and then you can reply to those questions in a proper manner, so that when you are going to appear in the interview in real time, then you do not face any kind of difficulty while appearing for the or while answering the questions. Next comes listen, absorb, and question. Like it's about communication, how you communicate at the time of interview. So guys, when you are going for an interview, you should listen carefully what the interviewer is asking to you, absorb, listen that and absorb that. Then if you are being asked something, then you can ask question also to the interviewer, but you, whom voice is coming, please mute yourself. Chandra Bhushan, yeah. So like we discussed, in the how to communicate effectively, we did a session over how to communicate effectively. In communication means it's not about, we are keeping on speaking, or we keep on speaking anything, but it's about listening carefully to the person with whom we are going to communicate, observe that, and on behalf of that observation, or observation, we can put questions also. But while you are appearing in an interview, you should not ask questions at your own until and unless you are not asked to ask a question. Okay, so listening is sometimes as if you not more, if not more critical than talking during a job interview. Okay, so be attuned to the words that the recruiter uses when communicating with you, and try to understand where they are coming from. Okay, the same things what I told you, if you don't pay attention to what they are saying and focus only on what you have come prepared with, there will be a breakdown in the communication. So listen, observe, and question to the interviewer. Next is follow up. Now what do we mean by follow up here? Follow up means there exists a delicate balance between the professional courtesy of a follow up and turning into pain for the recruiter. Got my point? There is a delicate balance between the professional courtesy of a follow-up and turning into pain for the recruiter. So by badgering them after an interview for a decision, once you are done with your interview, send a thank you message or an email to recruiter and let them know that you are keen to hear back. So what you can do is you can take follow-up from any company HR when you are done with your interview, but you should not be a pain for them that you are calling them again and again that let me know whether I'm selected or not, whether someone else is selected or not. So you should not do like that, but you can write a simple email or a SMS, or you can put a simple call, a general call you can, make to the company recruiter. And if you are rejected later on, if you are rejected, and even if you get rejection letter, maintain a professional and positive attitude, as you never know when your paths may cross later. Okay, so once if you are rejected from any company, you would be, applying again, and you may, come across the openings in the same company. So always maintain a courtesy, and also don't forget to ask for a specific feedback to understand where you lost out, that where you were lacking on the skills or some other parts, be it hard skill or soft skills. So you can ask to any company HR, helping you improve your chances in the next interview. So this is done with the same. Now, do you have some of your questions? Then you can ask me one by one.